Government servant of any department, whenever they ask by their higher authorities for vaccination in obedience to their bosses, they think it legal compulsion or mandatory to take it. So, before vaccination, it must be cleared to them that no compulsion on them, or without their voluntarily consent, no vaccination. If it had been done, no single person from government servant or the teachers from the schools accepted vaccines. Prayers. I pray very humbly that court direct concerned authorities to A. To not violate medical legal rules for vaccination, interim ban on any kind of vaccines, any kind of corona vaccine till its complete study and its overall effects on animals experiments. Means first it should be administered on animals, then what effects, what side effects, what advantages and whichever disadvantages, bad effect recorded, after that it must be may be administered to the human being if it is more beneficial. Its toxin study with other mammals or human body cells till established facts of ultimate safety after long satisfied study. B. Without consent or without full satisfaction, no medication or no vaccination. C. Action against who violated vaccination and consent rules. D. Proper compensation to the vaccinated victims and their families and their relatives. Proper compensation to the vaccinated victims and their families and their relatives who suffered the same disease or involved in any other complications or died due to it within very short period of time. Statewise SIT, Special Investigation Team, established for side effects and intoxication or death by these all corona vaccines. No propagation, administration, or any vaccine without its complete information of advantages and disadvantages or entire research or experimentation on animal before human. F. Advantages and disadvantages of every vaccine must be propagated to general public in their mother tongue without its explanation and proper consent or other legal documentation. No vaccination. G. Complaints of victims about every complications of vaccine must be recorded, proceeded and considered in further researches. H. Online records of whole information of vaccinated persons, their complaints and sufferings must be recorded with all previous records. Even the record of a person whoever willingly inclined to accept a vaccine, so their health condition, their health situation, that all must be recorded. Then after that he should be monitored after vaccination. I. Online record of whole information of vaccinated person. I. Annual support of every patient must be maintained. Annual report of that vaccinated person, that what happened to them after vaccination. J. Nationwide Vaccine Supervision Committee VCS formed to collect monthly complaints of vaccinated persons. Online complaint centers established and complaints of every victim recorded in his or her own words and languages. Without delay, which handed over time to time to VCS committee, Vaccine Supervision Committee, action against such officers who delay to record or launch the complaints of vaccinated victims. More proper possible prayer may be added during arguments if needed. L. Kindly provide the cost of this PIL if unfortunately rejected, because purposes of it is sake of humanity. M. Direct for establishment of a special society to investigate death of the patients who died within short period of time due to vaccination without recovery from vaccine complications, and many other persons, many religious and famous persons have been died. And as per my opinion, Maulana Wali Rahmani, All India Muslim Personal Board General Secretary, who died just after vaccination, it is due to bad effects of vaccines. O. All victims who died just within short period after vaccination must be compensated. Those whose cause of death is clear from vaccine complication must be compensated very heavily. Their cause of death, which is clear that due to vaccine, must be compensated very heavily to their family, as compare who died after vaccination without clear cause. But these deaths must be considered as vaccine victims due to its complication. But unfortunately, it has been recorded that no data has been collected about the persons who died or complicated after vaccination.